Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. During the early days of my career, I had a tech lead, honestly of whom I do not have good memories of. We were a team of 6 and he was the lead assigned to guide us in delivering an important project for our client. The reason I don't have fond memories of him is purely because he was a micromanager and his tendency to micromanage us had caused a lot of frustration and loss of confidence in us. He would run our dailies as a meeting, asking for the status from each one of us individually, and would often talk to us in a condescending tone, implying that either our work was subpar or that we were too slow. He would often come and sit with us randomly when we were working and then would point to us what we were doing wrong. He would also sometimes take control of our workstations himself and do the work that we were working, saying that we were taking too much time. Then one day, when our morale and confidence had plummeted to an all time low, the 6 of us met without him in the cafeteria and gathered the confidence to act. We decided that we had to confront him, which we did later that day. However, to our surprise, we found out that not only he didn't agree to our grievance, but he was pretty much also oblivious to everything that he was doing. He rather thought of himself as an impeccable mentor, somebody who was shaping our careers. We realized that day that the real problem with micromanagers is not their micromanagement itself, but their inability to identify their macromanaging signs. It is human to have the urge to want greater control, faster results, but if we are able to identify the signs in time, then we could perhaps take the corrective actions needed to control it. So, what are these signs and how can they be identified? Basically, there are two types of signs. First, active signs that you can identify from your own behavior. Second, passive signs that your team exhibits if they are being micromanaged. Stay with me till the end to know all about them, as you might not be an acute micromanager and might not have all the signs of type 1 micromanager in your behavior, but still your team might feel or have the opinion that you are micromanaging them to some degree. Let's dive in to the signs. First, constantly checking on progress. Do you find yourself frequently checking in with the team members, asking for updates and seeking details about the progress on their tasks, especially the smaller tasks which are not necessary? Or let's say in a remote work environment, do you excessively use monitoring tools to keep a track of your team members' activities? Second, lack of trust in the capabilities of your team. Do you feel your team members do not take the work as seriously as you do? Do you feel they can't be trusted to work independently? You often feel the need to take over tasks from your team members, believing that you could do it better or faster? Do you feel the urge to be involved in even minor decisions, which ideally the team member should be able to handle themselves independently? Do you dismiss or overlook the inputs and ideas of your team members, believing your own idea or approach is superior? Third sign, lack of delegation. Do you feel your team members do not have the required tech or soft skills to own and deliver projects independently? Do you hesitate to delegate important tasks or responsibilities to your team, fearing that others might not do them as well as you would do it? Fourth sign, micromanaging timelines. Do you provide project or feature estimates yourself and then expect your team to adhere to those work estimates? Do you also constantly monitor and critique the time that your team members take to complete their tasks? Fifth sign, low tolerance to mistakes. Do you have little or no tolerance for mistakes and quickly intervene to prevent team members from making mistakes? Do you feel avoiding mistakes is critical and hence you provide extensive and unnecessary instructions for every step of a task, leaving little or no room for the team members to exercise their judgments. Sixth sign, feeling overwhelmed. Do you feel overburdened at work, or does your need to control every aspect of your work leaves you feeling overwhelmed at times? If your response was a yes for any of the questions that we just discussed, then it is time for you to deliberate more on your management style. Now let's see what are the signs that your team might display, which might be due to you. First, lack of trust in you. Do you feel that your team does not fully trust you and they do not approach you for any help? Do you feel there is a trust gap between yourself and your team? High turnover rate. Does your team has high attrition? Because a constant micromanagement may drive talented employees to leave the team or organization in search of more empowering work. Third, low engagement and productivity. Do you find your team not engaging themselves in any team meetings, not asking questions, not challenging decisions? Is your team's productivity going down with time? Fourth, low team morale. Does your team have a low team morale, reduced job satisfaction, or increased stress? Does your team find, or do you find your team members disengaged and hesitant to take initiative since they know probably you will oversee everything? Micromanagement can create a toxic work environment that inhibits growth, collaboration, and organizational success. I hope this video helps you in identifying your management traits and behaviors so that you can take the corrective actions and let your team flourish. If you wish to know whether you are micromanaging and to what degree you are micromanaging, then you can take a short evaluation or assessment that I have shared in the description box. This evaluation is a self-guided list of questions, and your answer to each question will help you determine the degree of micromanagement that you are exhibiting and identify those areas of improvement in your management style. Thank you for watching this video. Please like or comment if you liked it. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you.